There's an event that could happen this year that would cause global chaos. It would end the world as we know it and send us back to the Stone Age. This is an event that would completely knock electricity out for whole continents. Your phone, internet, TVs would all be fried too. I want you to go to your kitchen right now. If you're not at home, think about it. How much non-refrigerated food do you have? And how long do you think you can survive off of that, you and your family? Because your fridge will be fried too. And if you're thinking about going to the store, forget about it. Your car would not start. And I hope you wouldn't be on a plane because that would fall out of the sky. If you're on a ship, it would go dark and you would lose all communication and you would be drifting out at the sea, cold. Hospitals would nearly be rendered useless, and they surely won't be able to keep people alive. Look, I know it sounds crazy and you might think I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm not exaggerating. Because this event has already happened. This is the Carrington Event. It's September 1st, 1859. Astronomer Richard Carrington begins his day of work. He's in his observatory near London, England. He has his telescope pointed to the sun when he noticed, describes as two patches of intensely bright and white light bursting from sunspots. A few minutes later, they disappear and Carrington has no idea what that was. He wouldn't have to wait for too long though, because soon after, Earth was hit by the most violent geomagnetic storm ever recorded. This is a coronal mass ejection and it hits Earth in the form of a solar superflare. And when I tell you this solar flare packed a punch, it had the strength of 10 billion atomic bombs. This solar flare caused the sky to appear blood red. To some, it was like the sky was literally on fire. Auroras were seen around the world. People who were asleep began waking up thinking it was time to go to work. Now listen, in 1859, the most advanced cutting-edge technology we had was the telegraph system. It was really one of the only tech to use electricity, and what the Carrington event and that coronal mass ejection and solar flare did to it was devastating. Stations burned down, telegraph communications were down, operators were shocked, burned, and on one instance, one was knocked unconscious. Earth's atmosphere was lit up with electrified gas and subatomic particles. And listen, life pretty much went on as normal outside of the telegraph stations. But that's 1859. It's 2026. In your hand right now, you're holding way more advanced technology than these telegraph stations. I mean, if everything caused that to go haywire, think about your laptop, a generator. Think about a nuclear power plant. Now listen, I'm not trying to scare you, but I have to be honest with you. This coronal mass ejection has happened before on a bigger scale, multiple times. Research in tree rings and ice cores show spikes in carbon-14 isotope. Two of these instances are dated to 774 to 775 and 993 to 994. And 775 specifically, that massive solar flare looks like it was 10 times more powerful than the Carrington event. And even crazier, in 7176 BCE, that solar flare event was even stronger than the one in 775. We've had more smaller ones in recent times. In 1989, a coronal mass ejection hit Earth, knocking out power in Quebec and parts of New England. Now, from multiple sources that I've found online, each year there's a 1% to 3% chance that a Carrington level event can occur. Now, I don't know about you, but there's been a lot of things that happened in my life that probably had a less than 1 to 3% chance of happening, and it's happened. And every single year, you're giving us upward of a 3% chance of this happening. I'm a little worried, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. The lasting effects of a Carrington event today would cause chaos to be the normal when you walk out of your home. We would live in a Stone Age-like world. There would be no government. There would be no manufacturing of goods or way to transport them. Only the strong with survival skills would survive. People would starve. People would lose out on all funds in their bank account. Not that that would even matter because you really couldn't buy anything anyway. Who's gonna be there to check you out of the store? There is no store. If you ever look at blackouts in major cities, New York, any big populated area, think about the chaos that ensued, but think about having a global blackout. And then think about there's a global blackout lasting for years. This would change everything. Honestly, this sounds like it could be a very good movie from start to finish, but in you and I's lifetime, this could become a reality. Hey, listen, that's all I have for y'all today. Listen, before you leave, I want to let you know that this week we're talking about times the world almost ended. This really is episode 1, and this is more of a look at how it could potentially end in the future. If they had the technology we had in 1859, we would have had that type of result. But stay tuned. I'll see y'all for the next video. You dig?